welcome to an exclusive video interview brought to you by the Enterprise World. Today, we have with us Laura Rinnankoski, who is an international life and relationship coach. Laura is extremely passionate about helping people find their own answers and helping them become more empowered. She highly focuses on relationship coaching and, in a nutshell, defining relationships. Laura quotes that we all have different relationships, be it with our family, friends, or partners. However, the most important relationship that we have is the one with ourselves. And in this exclusive interview, let us know more about her journey. Welcome, Laura.
Thank you. Thank you so much. It's so nice to be here.
Oh, the pleasure is all ours. So let's get started by knowing a bit about yourself and also how did you get into life coaching and what made you want to do this?
Sure. Yeah. So a little bit about my own background. So I was born in Finland. I was born in Helsinki, Finland. And when I was 5 months old, I moved to Venezuela, Caracas, Venezuela, where I grew up. And I went to international American schools in Venezuela. Then I studied university in Boston University. Then I lived in Miami, and now I live in Dublin. So that's kind of like my life in a nutshell in terms of my background. Why I became a coach was because coaching combines three things that have always been important to me. I've always known that I'm here to help people. Even when I was little, I would ask my mom, why are you? Why am I me? What's the meaning of my life? What's the purpose of my life? Right? These are the type of questions that I would ask when I was little, which is, most kids don't ask these kinds of questions. But I was a very philosophical, child, very like conscientious. So yeah, I've always known that I'm here to help people. So I like helping people. I like communicating with people as well. And I speak 4 languages. I speak English, Spanish, Finnish, and Italian. And I coach in all of those languages as well. So I love talking and I love, communicating with people. I'm very extroverted. And then I'm also very spiritual. So coaching combines these 3 things for me in a really nice way.
Oh, that's such an heartfelt and excellent answer. And we'll just
Thank you.
So my next question actually aligns with that. You said that as a coach, you love guiding and helping people. So, every person's life is different and their problems are also different. So how do you change your coaching style to fit each person's needs and goals?
Yes, that's a very good question. So basically, when I start working with somebody, in the first session, it's a discovery session, and they tell me about their background, where they're at, and what they would like to get out of the coaching, what kinds of dreams, ambitions, and goals they have. So every person is different. Every journey is different. Every story is different. So I adapt. Yeah, I adapt the coaching differently to every person. And one thing that I do is that in all the sessions, I'm very intuitive. So I'm guided by my intuition in the sessions, and it leads to incredible insights. It really leads to incredible insights, for myself and my clients, of course. So yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. So, what are some of the important ideas that you use to guide your coaching? And also, how do you think that has helped succeed your clients?
Well, one of the most important ideas I would say is that everybody needs to take responsibility for their own lives and become aware, right? So awareness and responsibility are the cornerstones of coaching, right? And that's what coaching aims to do. Give people awareness and remind them of their power, because most people forget how powerful they are. So coaching is about, reminding people how powerful they are and reminding people that they're the only ones that can change their lives, right? Nobody else can change your life for you. You're the only one that can change it for you. And you need to take like 100% responsibility for your life. Whatever happens in your life, whatever circumstances you have in your life, it's your responsibility. It's so much easier to blame other people. You can blame your parents, your partner, your ex-partners, your siblings, your friends. You can blame anybody that you want to. But at the end of the day, it's your responsibility. And if you want to change your life, the only one that can do it is you. Nobody else can do it for you.
Oh, that's so well said, and those are really words of wisdom right there. So,
Yeah.
you've been an experienced coach. So my next question is, can you share one great experience that you'd had coaching someone, and what do you think has made that so special?
Yes, yes. One of my biggest success stories is that I coached a woman who had completely given up. You know, she had given up on life, on love, on relationships. You know, she had a very bad car accident as well. So there were many different things that have happened to her, and she was just like that. That's it. You know, she had given up. So but then she decided to come for coaching with me. And over the span, I mean, this was several months. You know, these changes don't happen overnight, right? So I mean, you have to work at it, right? Any change that you want to make in your life requires time and effort, right? So I coached her for several months, and we did lots of tools, lots of different exercises, and little by little she started believing in herself and in her dreams and in the possibility of finding love and a relationship again, right? So afterwards, she took a chance and she went on a dating site and she put up her profile, and she ended up meeting her future husband on this dating site, right? And we actually lost touch for 5 years. I didn't hear from her for 5 years, and then she got in touch with me 5 years later, and then she told me that she had gone on this dating site, and she met her partner, and then she became a jewelry designer, and she made these beautiful butterfly earrings for me, and the butterfly is my coaching symbol, so it was very symbolic. And then she gives jewelry making workshops. So I took one of her jewelry making workshops, and I made a necklace for myself with butterflies, and then all the stones are like healing stones, like the rose quartz is a stone that heals the heart. So I got to make my own necklace with butterflies. I made the necklace and earrings to match it. So it was very symbolic. And I attended their wedding last year as well. So that was an amazing moment. That was an amazing moment, to see how she got her power back. She started believing in herself again. And then I was able, and then after we lost touch for 5 years, and then she got in touch with me to tell me this story. And then I went to their wedding last year, which was amazing. So that really shows you what's possible, and the power of coaching, right? And the power of what happens when you believe in yourself and your dreams.
Oh, that's such an incredible story. And it actually reminds me that, we think about professionals only as professionals when we're helping somebody, but you actually became her friend for life.
Exactly. Yes, exactly. Yeah, 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 exactly. You do, yeah, you do develop friendships as well. Yes.
Yeah, and it's amazing. I mean, like the story is really heartfelt and touching. So, I mean, congratulations on the win that you had for her.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, no, I mean it's this is why I do what I do, for these type of stories. I mean, there's no guarantees, right? I'm not saying that everybody
Yeah,
everybody
right,
that gets
exactly.
coached by me, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, there's no guarantees, but I mean it does show you what's possible,
Yeah, I think
right?
it's
It does show
always,
you what's possible.
yeah, if
Yeah.
you take the first step, then definitely you can see a long way ahead.
Exactly. And you need to believe. You
Yeah,
need to believe in yourself. You need to believe in the possibilities, right?
yes,
Because anything is possible, but if you don't believe in something, nobody else can do the believing for
right,
you,
right,
you
right.
know?
Well said. So, actually, my next question aligns to this because growth is a very challenging aspect in everybody's life. So, how do you think that when people want to grow, they often have beliefs, they have the fears, and they hold them back? So, how do you think that they can get past the beliefs and the fears?
Yes, self-limiting beliefs and fears are huge. Most people have them to different degrees, right? So one of the things that I do with my coaching clients is that first we look at what are those limiting beliefs and what are those fears, right? Because first you need to define them, right? You can only change something that you're aware of, right? And once you're aware of something, you can't unaware yourself of that thing, right? So the first thing is to have the awareness of what it is, and then you look at where is this coming from, right? There's always a background story. There's always a story. Like all limiting beliefs have stories, and all fears have stories as well, right? So then you look at those stories, and then you find a way to turn those stories around, right? Because a story is a story, right? You can't change what has happened to you in the past, but you can change the story that you're telling yourself of that thing that happened in the past, right? For example, if you've gone through a very bad breakup, right? One story that you can tell yourself is, that's it. I lost the love of my life, and now I'm going to be alone for the rest of my life. Obviously, that's a very negative story, and that's a very limiting story, right? Like if you decide that that's it, that you lost the love of your life and you're never going to find love again, then that's the reality that you're going to create for yourself, right? But then another story that you can tell yourself is, okay, I had this relationship. I'm thankful and grateful for everything that we shared, and this relationship will help me bring in and attract a better relationship, right? That story is a lot more positive and full of opportunities and possibilities, right? So those are examples of the type of stories that you can tell yourself, and how those stories, literally shape your life and your future.
Oh, so I think
Yeah.
there's a key lesson to learn here that you need to talk positively to yourself.
Oh, definitely. Oh, yeah. I talk about that all the time. Like self-talk is key. Like look at the kind of things that you say to yourself all the time, right? And the thing is that most people say really negative things to themselves, right? Like, and you need to be your own best friend instead of your own worst enemy, because you have to remember that the way that you talk to yourself, you're telling other people to talk to you like this, and you're telling the world to talk to you like this and to treat you like this, right? That's why if you're saying great things to yourself, positive things to yourself, great, keep it up. But if you constantly beat yourself up and you constantly say negative things to yourself, find a way to turn it around. Humor is a great way of turning something around. You can kind of like make fun of yourself on, like, here I go again, beating myself up, right? So laugh at yourself. Humor is a great way of turning, a negative into a positive.
Oh, that's such a motivating answer. I love it. So, my next question is, how do you think that you use goals to help people in your coaching journey? And also, how do you help them achieve those particular goals?
Yeah, so goals are very important. You have to have goals in life, right? If you don't have goals in life, it's like being in a ship in the middle of the ocean, and you just like sit in your ship and you just wait to see where the current takes you, right? Like that's so yeah. So when you have goals, it's like you're the one that's in charge of where the ship is going, right? Like you're the one that's steering the boat. You can steer the boat, or if you think of, in a car, you're the one that's in charge of like the steering wheel, right? So you're the one that decides what direction your life is going to go in, and goals help you do that, right? And especially like if you're in a boat, you need to know where you're going. If you don't know where you're going, then you're just going to drift aimlessly. So goals are very important, and it's good to have smart, measurable, actionable, and timed goals as well, right? And then you break up the goal, you break it up into little steps, and you work on those goals every day. Every day you need to do something to get you closer to reaching that goal. And of course, you need to believe that the goal is possible, that it's possible for you to achieve this. And you also need to believe that you're worthy of achieving whatever it is that you want to achieve. Because if you don't believe that you're worthy of achieving it, you're never going to get it. You need to be aligned in all ways. Whatever it is that you want to manifest into your life, you need to be aligned with it in all ways, right? The more aligned you are with what it is that you want to get, the more you're going to attract that into your life, right? For example, in terms of a relationship, if you want a very happy and positive person, you need to be the happy and positive person first, right? If you're sad and miserable, there's no way that you're going to attract a happy and positive person into your life. That's just one example.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's
Like
fantastic.
attracts like, you know.
Yeah, I think that's a fantastic answer. And the two takeaways that I'm going to take from this is that awareness and alignment.
Yes, awareness and alignment, the two A's, right? The double
Yeah.
A. Awareness and alignment. Yeah, I talk about awareness and alignment all the time. All the time. The more aligned you are with yourself, your dreams, your vision, like yeah, the more aligned you are in all ways, the more the universe will work with you, life and will bring people, events, and circumstances into your life, which will help you achieve whatever goal you have.
Oh, that's amazing. That's amazing. And as an experienced life and relationship coach, you've had many highs and lows. You've had many achievements. You've helped people change their life. So, what do you think is next for you in this coaching, industry? And also, how do you think that coaching will change in the future?
Yeah, that's a great question. So so next, I think you know that I'm a best-selling author as well, and I'm gonna the next book is coming out now at the end of December. So that's that's exciting,
Congratulations on that one.
another book launch, another book launch. So so yeah, that's coming out at the end of December. Then I have more, more magazines, more magazines coming out as well. And just one of the reasons that I'm a coach, and the international background that I have and all the languages that I speak is because I want to reach as many people as I can, right? Like in terms of helping them and helping, reminding them of their power, right? Empowering people all over the world, right? So so I have a big vision, right? I have a big vision that I actually told Jack Canfield this vision 15 years ago, and now it's coming true. Jack Canfield, he's a very well known life coach, and I met him here in Dublin. And I remember that when I went up to him to talk to him, I was a bit nervous. I was like, what do I say to Jack Canfield, right? And then when I went to talk to him, I said to him, "Hi, I'm Laura, and I have a big vision for my life." And it just came out of me. I thought I was going to tell him about the chicken soup for the soul books or something, but this it felt like my soul just spoke, and said, like, "I have a big vision for my life." And then he was like, "Oh, really? So what is your vision?" And I was like, "Wow, Jack Canfield is asking me what my vision is. What am I going to tell him?" And then I told him that I wanted to be a well-known coach like him, and coach people like all over the world, like he has. And now 15 years later, that's what I'm doing. So it's just amazing and such a full circle moment, right? For me in a way.
Yeah, I think you manifested that for you.
Exactly, exactly. Yeah, it all started with telling Jack 15 years ago.
Yeah. And today your life is a living reality of it.
Yes, yes. Yeah, yeah, it's expanding in incredible ways right now. So I'm really thankful, really thankful. But I mean, I have worked hard for it as well.
Yes.
It didn't happen overnight.
Yeah, of course.
It took years of work and dedication, but it's great to see,
The
how
result.
everything is blooming and flowing right now and aligned, right? In
Yes.
alignment. Yeah.
Yeah. Congratulations on the many wins that you've had so far and hope that you continue to shine your light.
Thank you. Thank you
Okay,
so
so
much.
actually, no, actually, there's one more question. This is the last question, and it's a very important one, especially for the generation that we're living in, because
Yeah.
stress is a very big part of our lives, right? So, especially in coaching, can you share some easy tips for people to reduce stress in their daily life as a coach?
Yes, stress is a huge factor, and it's amazing because stress can actually lead to heart attacks.
Right.
Like stress can lead, yeah. So it's really important to find ways to control stress, right? And the best way to do it is by having daily practices that help you reduce the stress. And every person needs to decide what that practice is, right? So exercise is a great way to relieve stress. And it can be any exercise that, like, I love Zumba, for example. Like tonight, like Zumba is one of my favorite things. I grew up in Venezuela, dancing salsa and merengue. So Zumba, it's like a workout, dancing salsa and merengue, which I really love. So yeah, exercise, dancing, meditating, singing, chanting. It's like whatever works for you, right? Because it's different for everybody. Writing, journaling, um, yeah, yoga,
Yoga. Yes.
whatever works for you. But everybody should have something that helps them. relieve that stress, because the thing with stress is that it builds up in your body, right? It builds, and everybody has a breaking point. When you have too many changes and too many stresses in your life at once, then the stress points accumulate to the point that then your body starts showing you those signs, right? You start getting aches in your body, and then it builds up and builds up, and then your stress bucket overflows, and that's when you get heart attacks and stress attacks and all kinds of attacks. So your body is always talking to you. The body is always talking to us, but many times we don't listen, right? So when something is wrong, your body will first give you like a little pain, and then if you ignore it, then the pain gets a bit bigger, and then if you ignore it, then it gets so big that you actually have to do something about it. So the key is to actually keep things like at a point, so that it doesn't get to that big pain that then you end up in the hospital, in the emergency department.
Yeah,
So
and
take care of yourself. Yeah, it's important to take care of yourself, because if you don't take care of yourself, nobody else will do it for you.
yeah, actually, this reminds me of the quote that prevention is always better than cure.
Exactly. And it starts with those daily habits. It
Yeah,
starts like all those little daily habits, accumulate, and then
yes,
yeah,
and then they explode in some form. So before that, we need to take
exactly.
action.
Exactly.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's been so great talking to you. I've had a wonderful time, and there's like this aura within you that actually radiates, and it actually personifies your name, Laura. That's what I want to tell you. That's what I want to tell you. And as long as I love to talk to you more and know more and more about you, but I think this is the end of everything that I have from my side for you today.
Well, thank you. Thank you so much. It's been so nice, talking to you, and sharing my journey, and why I'm a coach. I love coaching. I love helping people, and like I said, I've always known I've always known that I'm here to help people. So it's great that now I'm getting to do it on a much bigger scale. So yeah, so it's great to share my story and my journey with you. And if anybody wants to get in touch with me, I'm the only Laura Rinnankoski in the world. So if you Google me, you'll find me. And
Okay.
my last name is so easy, I know. But well, it's there, like, yeah, Rinnankoski, Laura Rinnankoski. Like, Google me and you'll find me. You can get in touch with me for sessions, for talks, for workshops. So yeah, I'm looking to do courses and workshops around the world. So
Yeah, I think all the best for all of that, and I hope that all of your visions come true, life true, and they become true and a living reality. And it's been an honor talking to you, and thank you so much for your time. And in the last, I'd just like to say that I hope that you continue to positively impact many lives and always spread your light.
thank you so
Thank
much.
you. Have a great day ahead.
Thank you, you too.
Thank you. Thank you. Take care.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye.